So, Michael, Big Sick, what about this script spoke to you and made you want to direct it?
So many things about the script. First and foremost, what sucked me in is that I also was a young comedian trying to start my career, and so I knew what it was like just to be in those clubs and to be backstage with those other comedians. But then, what the movie has to say about family and sickness and relationships and cultural identity and what it means to be an American and all these different ideas that come up in this film all really spoke to me, and I felt very strongly that from knowing Camille and Emily personally as I do, that I had a sense for the kind of movie that they maybe wanted this to be, and that I felt like I could be someone to collaborate with them and help them to bring their vision to life.
Going off of that, I mean, working with the two of them on something that is so personal to them, what was that experience like?
Well, they were very open to. They really understood that in order for the movie to kind of take flight, that they had to let go to some extent of their attachments to it. And so they both really came at this as, yes, this is a true story. Yes, this is our life. But it's also, we're trying to make a movie that can be broadly appealing and be universal. And so they were never too precious about anything or overly proprietary over specific things that had happened. And so it felt in a lot of ways not unlike working on any script. You know, we tried to focus on what's working, what's not working, how to fix the things that aren't working, and very much approached it as I would anything else.
And I mean, finding comedy in this kind of subject matter. The film does a really good job of balancing tone. Can you talk about how you did that?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's a lot of trial and error in terms of figuring out exactly how to calibrate it so that the audience felt permission to laugh, where we were not taking too lightly how serious the situation was, honoring that, but at the same time finding ways to have the movie be funny and when something really unfunny is happening. And I think we achieved that largely through working on the script for a long time and debating over what to put what, where, and when, and how to get it into a place where we were in that zone where it could be funny and serious at the same time.
This film really, I mean, for you as a director, it's sort of a new frontier in a way. I mean, as somebody who grew up with Stella and The State and Hot American Summer, it's seeing you kind of take this step forward as a filmmaker. What was that like?
Well, the movie that I did before this, Hello, My Name is Doris, has a lot, with Sally Field, has a lot of similar things to it. It's a funny movie, but it's also really dramatic and serious as well. And so I think that there's been a sort of a slow evolution in my mind to where the line between the drama and the comedy is getting less and less clear. And so my approach with everything that I do is to sort of, if it's a funny scene, let it be as funny as it wants to be. And if it's a scene of drama, let it be as dramatic as it wants to be. And then trust that the audience will go there with you. And it doesn't need to be just one or the other thing. And so I think Hello, My Name is Doris was a real game-changing experience in terms of walking that line, and then with Big Sick only going further in that direction.
And I mean, the film presents so many different views of romance and culture and relationships that we don't see often in films or in television even. I mean, what do you hope people take away from this movie when they see it?
First and foremost, I just want them to like the movie and relate to the movie and find things in it that they feel speak to their experience, or that they can maybe change the way they look at how we understand each other, and that in as many ways as we're different, there's also a lot of ways in which we're very similar, and that we're all struggling to just find our place and to make the best decisions that we possibly can.